Hey Landry. Hey Landry. Hey Landry. Hello everyone. Hello. Hello. Landry exposes himself yet again. Here we go. Let's roll it. Roll it.
To my number one fan, Red 40. He has been here since the beginning. You know, he's and I didn't really remember this until I went back last night. I was doing a gathering of all things that have happened because the plan is, I guess, it's beginning to form. You know what I mean? Loosely. Essentially, what and I see this comment right here from Bearju saying, Landry, time to move on to better pastures, bud. Talcott is old news. And that's fair, but to think I'm gonna, conclude this month and a half journey. Can you believe it's only been a month and a half? Isn't that crazy? I'm going to conclude this month and a half journey without a sort of final, actual attempt at something productive as far as all the time that I have spent. And you're crazy because so I started going back last night into I don't ever do this, but I figured this would be necessary if there's a story to tell, which I guess the story is very clear now. But yeah, so I have a few things that I wanted to discuss, and then what else are we going to do here? What are you doing on the internet? What are you trying to achieve? Are you teaching somebody? Why aren't you reading us a book? The intellectuals here, they read us books because it's this story time. No, this is like Flow State says, it's an entertainment venue, and if I'm not entertaining, well, that's why there's that little button that you can click to get wherever you want to be. So there's a community aspect here too that exists, and it's loosely formed, and I'm, I guess, very new in comparison to other people, but I take that as a good thing because if things don't go, a certain way here, it's not like I'm just gonna be doing this forever. I do have a sort of limited cap as far as how much time I can invest into this before I do have to just pack it up and go and move on, But that story is going to be told, and I got it all. I'm just not sure how I would want to do it. I mean, maybe just like live stream going through it and then sort of compile that into the story. No, and maybe just do it offline. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I've started my timeline. I'm going to show you what it looks like real quick. Here we go. So we have I was a man without a plan, looking for an opportunity to make some money online. That's why I started this show with It's a Modern Men. And there's a second guy, and I haven't heard from him in a minute. And then I found Talcott, and then I started timestamping everything. And yeah, it was kind of crazy just to go back and look at. There's not that much time that has passed. Like, I mean, so I found Talcott like on July 7th. That's less than 2 months ago. Right now, that's 2.5 months ago. Still crazy. Still a fairly short amount of time to be having been in this space. And I guess we have to first go through the one-on-one last night, right? That is clear about, if you're asking me. Hold on, where is my... Here we go. Is that the right one? No, it's from yesterday. Well, we'll go ahead and... I think I have it pulled up already, right? So we can go ahead and share this beautiful moment, and then we will... Here's what I'm talking about when I say reading a book. This guy, he's the intellectual. You should pay more attention to him, and no hate on him, but I don't want to sit here and read a book to you. I would rather, go through the drama. Everyone's here doing drama. People talking about people. And you know who else is doing it? Everyone. Every single one of y'all. So I'm going to own it now. You know what I mean? I'm going to call this Modern Drama Lost again because I'm not really interested in, what are you here? How are you helping people? Never.
So he said at the beginning he wasn't interested in being a drama channel or all this drama. Now he's talking about naming his channel Modern Drama. You are drama, Landry. It's all you do. Landry, Blandry. It's all you do. You don't have topics like I have. You don't discuss things. You don't cover things going on in the realm. This is all you do is talk about Jack Talcott. And you talk about fucking Flo Gay and Paul the Slave and this one and that one. And you talk about me. And you talk about Snafu Snaps. And you talk about Illumitami once in a while. But you seem aligned with Illumitami. Maybe you could do drugs with him or something. You both look like druggies.
Never came into this space saying that I was going to help people. Not once did I say that. So, Red 40, if you're asking me, hold on, where is my, here we go. Is that the right one? No, it's from yesterday. Well, we'll go ahead and, I think I have it pulled up already, right? So we can go ahead and share this beautiful moment, and then we will, here's what I'm talking about when I say reading a book. This guy, he's the intellectual. You should pay more attention to him, and no hate on him, but I don't want to sit here and read a book to you. I would rather, go through the drama. Everyone's here doing drama. People talking about people. And you know who else is doing it? Everyone. Every single one of y'all. So I'm going to own it now. You know what I mean? I'm going to call this modern drama lost again because I'm not really interested in, what are you here? How are you helping people? Never came into this space saying that I was going to help people. Not once did I say that. So Red 40, come up on panel or grab another beer and get back in the garage and lick a dick. I need my own sound clip now, the one where I said eat my shit.
Another YouTube channel that does skits.
Oops. Not the right not the right output. There we go. It should be good now.
They're old.
So he calls me gross and says that I go too far or I say things that are rude. He tells people to eat his shit, lick a dick. So what is he talking about? Again, he's a liar and a hypocrite. And this is the issue I have with him. He's a snake. He's a weasel. Oh, I call people cockroaches, but you tell them to lick a dick and eat shit. Eat your shit. You call others rude? You're everything that you call other people, you piece of shit. That's what you are. You cockroach. And I will call you that. You came into this space, as you call it, pretending to be the nice guy. Pretending that you were above it and mudslinging, no drama. You are all of that and more. That's your whole show. You don't talk about anything of substance. You just talk about other people. It's all you do. Talking about people. You talk about other people. It's all you do, dude. You don't have any topics. You don't have any knowledge. You don't have any wisdom. All you do is talk about other people, and the little AI animations you make are made about other people on YouTube in the Panelverse. That's your whole thing. That's your whole shtick. It's all you do. You're obsessed with other people. You have nothing to say.
Skit content on. I don't remember the channel's name right now.
All right,
A lot.
good stuff here. I had to pay for this, dude. I lost $100 in this endeavor because why was it worth it? Well, it wasn't. To be quite honest, maybe it would have been worth like 50, but pretty dumb move on my part. But this guy, I just want to point out some things here. Where this dude, he just and here's what I'll say this with other people as well. Maybe this is not just a Jack thing, but the power move aspect of it, right? To where he is going to be. I told him, you can kick me. Why not just kick me? Why leave everyone in the back? Because it is a power move. Because he has no power. He is powerless. And this is why he has so many enemies. You know what I mean? And that's why the story of me meeting him is actually, I think, going to be a good one to tell, just as far as the timeline. Because even just looking back into it, you can see sort of my my total blissful unawareness as to what was happening around me, and my eagerness to be co-creative or whatever. I mean, before I really realized what was going on, because he was full of shit.
Yeah, so now he's claiming to be naive, but he kept telling people like me that he had it all figured out. He had me figured out. He had the Panelverse figured out. He had Jack Talcott figured out. He knew what he was doing. But now he's saying he's blissfully naive. He's full of excuses. Just like his daddy that did a hit and run on a 6-year-old girl and killed her. His daddy ran over a 6-year-old girl in Dallas. Went back, saw she was dead, and drove away. Callous, heartless, cold, cruel. full of excuses. And Landry, you're full of fucking excuses about all of your behavior. You say you're going to own something. You don't own anything except when you're caught after being exposed for just fucking obsessing over people and being a drama queen. Now you're saying, I'm going to own it. I'm going to own it. I'm going to own being a drama queen. I'm going to own it now. I'm going to own it. You said it early on you weren't going to do this. You're a liar. You're a hypocrite. You're a fraud. And I saw through you right away. You're just in this to make money. I don't know why anyone would fall for this guy and give him any money. He's a cockroach.
And he has this game that he plays. He just, it's very clear, and the story's done and told. And I mean, I'm not sure that I'm ever going to be able to play the game that everyone else plays, where they we gotta pretend to be nice to Jack, or little tiny baby Jack, so he can let us up into the show and feel powerful and strong. Wouldn't it be crazy if one day he did end wars? Sure. It's not going to happen because he's just too busy, just obsessing over himself, dude. I mean, his ego is like beyond anything that is deserved, especially when we think about him compared to Paul. I mean, I feel like Jack has a bigger ego than Paul. I would honestly say that at this point, just because of the way that he engages. So, like, he gets so emotional. And here I am. I'm talking about people. What is this doing for us in the community? It's what I fucking am doing, and it's what I came here to do, is work with this guy on the screen right here. So the fact that this didn't work out, it's a beautiful story because I gave it everything I got. And if I can't do it, Jack, no one can. You mark my words. And I'm not going to be a guy who just wants to be negative, but I mean, engages so, like, he gets so emotional. And here I am. I'm talking about people. What is this doing for us in the community? It's what I fucking am doing, and it's what I came here to do, is work with this guy on the screen right here. So the fact that this didn't work out, it's a beautiful story because I gave it everything I got. And if I can't do it, Jack, no one can. You mark my words. And I'm not going to be a guy who just wants to be negative, but I mean, with you, Talcott, it ain't gonna happen, dude. You're the broken piece. Stop looking for the missing piece and just fix the broken piece. I mean, I was confused as to why Tommy would talk to you that way, but now it's like, man, I bet it feels really good to talk to you that way. I'm not gonna do it because that's where I'm gonna have standards. But I mean, man, I really, really see why he does it now, because you
don't have standards. Just give up on saying that bullshit. It's bullshit. You don't have standards. You're a scumbag. You're a douche.
You, Talcott, it ain't gonna happen, dude. You're the broken piece. Stop looking for the missing piece and just fix the broken piece. I mean, I was confused as to why Tommy would talk to you that way, but now it's like, man, I bet it feels really good to talk to you that way. I'm not gonna do it because that's where I'm gonna have standards. But I mean, man, I really, really see why he does it now, because you are basically all those things that he says. And I'm glad that I got to see it for myself without just trusting everyone else's opinions before it came to that conclusion. But now that we've reached it, yeah, I mean, it's fascinating that you don't realize that you are a joke and a LOL cow. I'm not saying that I'm anything special, but at least I'm a real dude. And you can tell me everything that you think is wrong with me, and I can still stand by you, and we can work on some sort of bigger goal. But you, it's all about you. And you won't ever admit it. I said, though.
That you saw what I was doing, that you wanted to do something. You don't.
I don't want to do something?
You want to find excuses because that's what you've been doing.
Excuses for what?
Your behavior, your lack of follow through.
I have followed through.
Okay.
I have followed through with the things that have been done. So just
yeah.
Well, it's a fact as far as that.
Yeah.
I mean, and so we're okay. So this is for the people who might not know. So we started to collaborate, or whatever you want to call it, and then I ended up being, I guess, a guest host or whatever of the Talcott show, and we had a lot of plans to make things happen. And then the first way that he sort of engaged with me was much different than the one that we see currently, because there's a sort of love bombing aspect, right, that we can get out of the Jack Talcott character, to where, and I'm just looking back at some of these old messages from like August 10th, where you were laughing and having a good time with me and Paul talking about you. It was lighthearted then, and you were telling me how I'm an excellent communicator, and I You did not say that same exact
What is
thing to
your
other.
point?
Well, I'm
What
just trying to
is
give the
your
backstory.
point? Wait,
What?
where? I mean,
What?
you're looping memory. Where are you? You took us back in some past, and what
Well,
is
people here might not know the whole backstory.
why do you think they need to?
I see a lot
Well,
of people
Jack,
in the
in all
chat.
fairness, there was a
There's all the drama for you guys.
question from the chat, and I kind of
But
briefly.
they just they can't seem to get away from me, but they have so many things to say. It's fascinating, you know what I mean? And Brenda debates. Wow, never thought I'd see you here. I never really wanted to be honest. And you can give me a hard time for being mean to the chat, but dude, I mean, I know what you're about, Brenda.
Addressed it, but then I told Landry we should wait until you're here.
Well,
So
he's
that-
telling his version, and his version is so.
What do you mean, my
filled with
version?
shit.
It's how's my version? It's the truth. So you're telling me my version is dishonest. And for everyone
Yes.
who's out there right now telling me about, when's he going to realize everything about this person and this person and that person, dude, I realize, well, just tell me what I don't realize and about who.
He really, excuse me, he really thinks that that he understands everything. He really thinks he has everything figured out, everyone figured out, and he's just a slime ball. He's just a greasy, fake, fraud loser. That's what he is. He thinks that he's so calculating, and he thinks, oh wow, and he thinks he's so analytical. Excuse me, he thinks he has everyone figured out. He thinks he has it all figured out, and he doesn't. He doesn't have it figured out. And then he'll use the excuse, I thought I did, and you should, like, a smarter person would never claim that they do within a week, 2 weeks, a month. He's done it many times already. Many, many times. He's full of his own ego. He came across as timid at first, but he's deeply narcissistic, this Landry creature. He's insecure, but at the same time projects it. Oh, I got it all figured out. I got everyone figured out. You don't. You don't. Why don't you put your teeth away, for starters? Shampoo your hair. Clean yourself up. Wear some clean clothes. You look dirty all the time. You look nasty. Be presentable. Stop being slouched over and hunched over. There's a lot about you that reveals what you are. There's a hell of a lot with your body language and the way your body looks. Get a haircut.
Gorilla Gems, you should get up here. I don't think you have anything to fear. You could use you could whisper, use your fake voice. I mean, we could have the discussion. I mean, we can do it offline. That's fine. It doesn't really matter either way to me, but I have, at this point, pretty strong confidence that I got this Dusty guy pretty figured out. I could tell you that he's not a 10 out of 10 dude, but he's got some aspects to him that I can acknowledge have been valuable. And that's a fact. It's just, what can we define value? Well, it is subjective, but I respect Dusty more than I respect Talcott. And when it comes to Paul, dude, with any of these people, if y'all haven't heard this for the 20 times that I've said it, what are you doing here? What are you doing in this space? What are you? Blah, blah, blah. Remember, I came in here to help Jack Talcott. Basically, as the editor, you can call it a producer, and you can call it a cameraman to do some IRL stuff. Talcott showed up, Cynthia came along, and Jeff Pizer came along, and it kind of just got derailed. And then he also didn't seem like he was really interested in doing anything here. It was kind of a confusing situation, but with Paul, my offer still stands. I know he's like hiding somewhere. I guess he doesn't want anyone to know his exact location, which is fine. But the same thing still stands to where I'm in OTW. Well, he's in Canada. You know what I mean? But I'll make the trip. We'll make it happen. I am not just, I want to use AI because that's the only option there is. No. But what I don't want to do is I don't want to just go to my fucking local jail and just do the Brian O'Shea, because what is that going to do for anyone? Nothing. That's just as worthless as me sitting here doing what I'm doing now. So if any of you, and even you, Gorilla Gems, if you want me to if you have a scrapyard we can go do some filming at, I would love to do it. I don't have the ego of a Talcott or a Paul. I don't have the mission or the claim that I'm going to help people like just I'm going to provide them with some sort of knowledge that they didn't have previously. No, I'm here to elevate the knowledge of people that I see and see value in. Which initially I thought maybe that was Talcott. Hard wrong. Hard wrong. But with Paul, he's okay. And I think he still has me blocked. But if anyone has him, or I'm not just trying to talk behind his back or anything like that. And I'm also not trying to just bring him over here because I want to do what him and OTW do. I made it clear to him offline, and I mean I'm sure he's already. Well, I know for a fact he's already said that he's. Oh, you already talked about what we said offline. Well, dude, this doesn't seem to be a secret to me. Because I just want to make it clear to him that I'm not interested in being someone who pulls up news stories to bounce off each other and do a broadcast. And I mean, as much as that's what he wants, he's already doing it, and he doesn't need me for that. So I'm telling him that there's other opportunities that I would be willing and wanting to help with. So the fact that I'm explaining this again is just astounding, because I know that anyone who's heard it before has already heard this shit. So the AI is just a temporary.
He says it's astounding that he's explaining this again. He talks about value the same way that Paul the slave does. Value, value, value. You don't have any value.
Means to an end as far as these little small projects to keep myself busy while I wait for one of these people who claims that they're fucking down to do something real, actually shows up or commits to a date and doesn't just default every time I talk to them about, oh, well, the broadcast, this and this amount of viewers and this and that. No, I fucking, dude, every single person here, you can all, if you could just put this in your brain and remember, I am here to do things IRL with people who have a stronger message, because they're clearly already spending time like fucking with me anyways, right? So it's like, oh yeah, you just need other people to boost yourself up. Sure, you can call it that. It's worked so far as getting people like in this space and becoming a part of the community as quickly as I have. But it's also been a pretty big time sink, and for the amount of time that I put into it, yeah, I've gotten like what, $500 back. So I mean, it's not like this has been fruitful for me at all, because I'm not playing the short game like Paul likes to say I am. But it's, like I said, doesn't include the money that Flow State sent me. So I guess we sent on a 650. Well, then I lost 100 last night because I had to pay to get Talcott in this little 1v1, because for me, man, the story, people keep telling me to tell the story through old videos. It's not there. Nobody wants to see a bunch of circles talking. So anyways, part is dishonest about it. I mean, it just got started. I'm already being dishonest.
Yes.
Which part?
The way you represent me.
Which part?
Over and over.
That's not an exact claim.
We
have to know specifics.
Maybe you interrupted me before you could have heard the answer, dumbass.
Okay, dumbass. All right. Thank you for that. Well, I'm still.
I've tried correcting you. I've tried cautioning you. I've tried communicating with you. You brought up facts. Yes, in the past. I saw skill in you. I saw potential in you. You proved me wrong.
Hey, BRB. Same shit that Tommy does, but you eat that shit up. BRB, I know you just need some attention. It's okay. I mean, I can give you some attention. If you want to like call me, I can give you some phone sex later too, if you're down for that.
Which is what you set out to do.
Or you know what, BRB, the biggest power move ever is just to not be here. And then you know what, you have power over.
So he says he's PG. He says he's not gross, and he talks about phone sex with his audience. He's a creep. He's a creep. He's talking about phone sex with his audience. Creepy creature Landry, cockroach Landry. He's a complete liar. He's contradicted himself countless times already just in this live stream of his. You're creepy. You're crass. You're gross.
For your own life, and you can stop blaming strangers on the internet. Isn't that fascinating?
And you're doing it here and now. I've tried correcting you. I've tried cautioning you. I've tried communicating with you. You brought up facts. Yes, in the past. I saw skill in you. I saw potential in you. You proved me wrong.
Hey, BRB, same shit that Tommy does, but you eat that shit up. BRB, I know you just need some attention. It's okay. I mean, I can give you some attention. If you want to like call me, I can give you some phone sex later too, if you're down for that.
Which is what you set out to do.
Or you know what, BRB, the biggest power move ever is just to not be here. And then you know what, you have power over your own life, and you can stop blaming strangers on the internet. Isn't that fascinating?
And you're doing it here and now.
I set out to prove you wrong. Also, I'm not even talking about members of the Panelverse. I am in it. What are you, BRB? You're either anonymous or you are just a chatter. So what are you doing? The same exact thing, but without the balls to fucking put on your best professional, interesting, whatever the fuck you think you have to offer. Because I think you over there at Tommy's house, you know, it just says a lot, man. It says a lot. And I know everyone here just wants a reaction out of me. And you know what? You're getting it. So I'm going to stop engaging. And I'm going to keep focusing on what I'm doing here because, hey, y'all are here. And you can, you, whoever's here, it doesn't matter why you're here. You're here. And that puts me in a position to where you're here voluntarily. I'm here voluntarily. So what do? We choose what we want to do in this life, right? If we're doing something, it's because we made a choice to do it. So you're here because you want to be here, BRB, because you love me.
Look at your behavior, dude.
I see my behavior. I see it. It's been very much it should be a refreshing situation for you. The fact that I'm actually paying one of your people who's helping you. They're benefiting from me financially based off of this conversation. Unlike those like Tommy, nothing against. Hold on, let me see what this one is. I think Jack thought finally someone that can help, and he visited him, and then got let down, and he's humiliated by hoping. I'm not sure what that means exactly. Can you rewrite that sentence? Tommy, but unlike those like who are going to sit there and lie to your face and act like they believe in something, I'm going to go ahead and stay the same the whole time. And what's going to happen to me? I'm going to get backstage.
You don't see the similarities between
I don't see them because I'm telling you, I'm not LARPing. I'm telling you how it is. So for anyone who didn't see it, you know, I was there. I would say maybe one sentence and get backstage. And I was just like, dude, I just think it's so funny that because I just kick people. You know, I just kick them off and they have to rejoin. And I know that's like rude or whatever, but for me, it's more rude to just sit there and like have people in the back because that is the power move, right? When you're just like, yeah, they're here, but they can't talk to me. But with me, it's like if they're breaking TOS or they're just coming in and just being hostile and Steven or snafu-esque, then yeah, I'm not going to be interested in it. But I'm not going to backstage them and just make them fucking wait. I've never done that. I kick them.
No. See, just like they keep telling us how it is. You are so.
But I don't do it. I don't do it rudely like them. I don't. Is there anything worth being in the Talcott or sorry, the Jack Pass thing here, Jeeps? Call you the F slur?
No.
I don't sit there and just scream at you. I come in cordially.
You're much more passive aggressive.
That's my favorite word to be called because everyone keeps telling me that. And I'm just like, dude, do y'all realize that is not the worst thing that I could be? I would much rather be passive aggressive. It's like all they have. I mean, what else can they have whenever you don't insult them, but they insult you with like their, you know, what would it be called? I guess juvenile language, which I use it, but the less often you cuss, the more effective it's going to be when you do it. That doesn't excuse the fact that
liar, deceiver, and a manipulator.
Okay, so what is the liar? What is the lie? Give me the lie. Because we can lie about the fact, or we can tell about the fact that you lied about the financial sort of incentive there. You wanted me back.
No,
you came to me.
Right. I was making my dinner and
so Jack put a ton of faith in you, so much he flew down to see me, but you didn't just listen to him and form your own opinions of him, and it let him down so he feels foolish putting so much hope in you. How did I not listen to him, or how did I not form my own opinions about him? Because Paul was sitting there and he was influencing me the whole time? Well, sure, I listened to Paul, but was Paul wrong? Was Paul wrong? I'm asking for a friend.
Dusty, you did what was right. I think I couldn't hear much. I was paying attention to what I was doing, but I heard young Landry telling his tales.
What's the difference? Clear the record.
Here, as we were discussing, as Denizen brought up on my live stream earlier, see, you're in this combative.
Fire Drake gets it. Was Paul wrong? Certainly wasn't.
pattern with me. Okay. Only you can find agreement. Only you can find disagreement. You're not considering what you've been ignoring.
Okay, so can you translate that, Dusty? I don't understand what that means.
Neither do I.
You've got blind spots
Oh,
that you're not willing to even look for.
I'm happy to look at my mistakes and my issues. That's what's different about us.
Wait, no, Landry, something I thought about that I should point out to you. I've explained myself many times, but let me be very clear. It is very unlikely that you met a man just like me any time in your past. I am different than most. And
In what
yet,
way?
the way that I think, the way
Okay.
that I behave, the way that I move.
This is what's fascinating to me. It's like he found some other people's stories and words, and it's kind of like Machine Lies, which we can learn a lot, obviously, from big thinkers. I'm not saying that that's false, but he takes it as though he's the one who invented it. One time he gave me access to his YouTube page to where I could see like his playlists, and he has like a playlist of like a ton of videos, and just looking through it, it was clear to me that he just kind of goes down those rabbit holes as far as oh my God, this is a spiritual YouTube video, and this is what this person said, and realistically you think this, but it's actually this way. And he was like, whoa, I really get that. I'm going to change my life. And so he can't really articulate it well. He thinks he can. He thinks those first 5-10 minutes of his shows are really, really good and smart and profound, but it's not why anyone's there. You know what I mean? So, I'm more than happy to be an LOL cow because, hey, do y'all think I take myself that seriously? Do you think he takes himself that seriously?
Is a bit different than most of the others that I've met in my life. Okay.
Something going on with you. I've heard it. Yeah.
Right.
I believed it. I was willing to support it.
And then you changed your.
Shout out to my my grift, right? Everyone, this is a confirmation here. I will shave my head for money, or I will let it grow until the day I die. That's my ultimatum.
Mind.
No.
And wouldn't allow me
And it's only because I lost $100 on the stupid ass jack shit.
anything, Landry.
When did I change my mind?
Initially, you and I
It might be cool though if I just never cut my hair again, and then it would be like just bald, but then long.
talked about working together.
Mm-hmm.
I was honest.
Yep. Sorry.
I was honest about what I said with you.
He'll do anything for money. He's a creep. He's a loser. He's a liar, Landry. He has no substance at all. None. No honor, no integrity, no substance, no nothing. He's a loser. He's a loser.
I made myself available to you. I offered you my ideas, but you were so focused on investigating my problem.
It's so funny because he can't even get over this from this was before we had our most recent makeup.
Right, the panel verse, which you recognized was a problem. You spent so much time looking into that. Jack.
I'm not hating. If you working in the labor force to feed your families for a corrupt organization or public entity, you're actually driving the getaway car. Hey, how are you doing, NGS? I'm not hating. I just remember you saying you wanted to do something important, and that's true. I still want to, but you have to remember there's a very limited wall as far as what can be done alone. That's why we talk about teams and stuff, and I'm willing to work, and I have been in the background, but I just want to tell y'all, we have to do something that's different and meaningful, but I'm not the guy. I'm not the lead man. And then what do you hear from Paul? But you got to become the leading man and this and that. It's not true. I am my own leading man, and I've gotten to be a better speaker. I have gotten less mumbly. I have improved in ways that are measurable and that I'm proud of. But as far as what I know and the truth that I can tell all these people or all y'all, I don't sit here to claim to be an authority. I'm fucking younger than 95% of y'all, if not 100. So I'm not the one to be teaching you guys. I'm the young buck with the fucking tiny bit of technical knowledge and editing skills. Not even that much. But compared to others around here, it's significant in this space because nobody else really tries, and that's just I get it because it's boring as fuck and tedious. But I'm just telling y'all, The reason I keep throwing these things together, these little tiny movies, is because imagine if I had an actual hour-long amount of footage from the real world. I'm not doing it with these YouTube videos. It's just not. It's not. I'm not interested in that. It's just that's just content. I want to do something that's not just content. I want to do something that's real, and there's so many opportunities. You know what I mean? A fucking travel documentary, traveling the world with obviously not Talcott anymore, but imagine it was Talcott. You know, it's just like a buddy comedy. You know what I mean? Paul Enslaved doesn't need license plates to be in the passenger seat. Then I'm driving him around, and then he's filming me because he can't drive because he doesn't have the license. You know what I mean? Just there's got to be. If it's not funny and it's not important, then it's just entertainment. And if it's not entertaining, then it's a waste of time. And those are the only 4 real options. So if this is a waste of time for you, that's fine. If it is for me, that's also fine. You know why? Because it could be a lot worse.
Just got thrown
I'm gonna take a shit
in the back, dude.
You told me to look into your past.
Not in that way.
We laughed about it together.
Again, you didn't listen to me for what I wanted. You heard what you wanted, and then you took off and did what you did. So Landry.
But then what about this? Was before this most recent endeavor, right? Where we already had this falling out, and then you came back and we had a discussion. We were on good terms. And how did that go?
I gave you another chance, and you returned more disrespect to me.
Well, so what, do you find any faults on your end, or is this just a thing where I have to be the one who's all?
No.
What are the most recent faults? Because I recognize my faults. I do, but I
shouldn't have given you another chance.
Okay, that's fine. You can say that as many times as you want, but
you're proving it to me, dude. Show me something different, and I'm willing to be wrong.
Okay. What you don't realize is that if you need people to keep just walking on eggshells around you because it's the only way that you can, you don't need that.
Sorry, that's not true.
So you don't need that. That's not why you like. Even though I come in cordially and willing to listen to you and be sincere, I still get backstage before the other ones who are going to tiptoe around and stuff, right?
You're fake.
How am I fake, dude? I've been telling you since the beginning my intentions and what they could do to help you. Okay. How they work.
Hold on.
And I even did it. I did things for free. It was very.
Please, I make the claim he's presenting as fake, as passive aggressive. That behavior creates him into lies. Okay, so he's not seeing anything I'm saying. He doesn't.
Do you guys want me involved in this?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. What's the question?
Just be honest. You know.
He doesn't believe he has any fakeness to him. He thinks he's been utmost
when did I say that?
honest.
What do you mean by fakeness, though? Well, okay, so no, I stand by that. I stand by that. I'm wrong sometimes, and I make quick judgments, right? But as far as fakeness, that's what Steven's doing to you, and you love it. You sit there right next to him.
Right, you find it in others because it is within you. When you,
it's not the same.
Landry, please, for the love of God, if you understood what I'm trying to teach,
I look badass. Sorry.
You do. It is a good. See, you've got a great persona. Sorry to interrupt that, but you do have a great persona, and you do have a way of bringing light energy into the darkness. Although you fucking feed off the darkness.
Because I transmute it into lightness, right? So it's only bad if you decide it's bad, and you've decided, righteous people decide that things are bad, and then they get all up in their.
Well, but what isn't the claim here, right? That I wasn't willing to do enough for you, even though the thing that set you off was that I was looking for a certain specificness to the offer. Not, hey, pay me right now. It's just I wanted to work it out before I dropped $650 to go see you. And you said you wanted me to help you make a more serious version of your thing, so I made you that thing. Sure. You said you love it, even an unreleased version, right? And you don't have to play this, Dusty, but this is just for the record. This is a person who we spent time narrating this message of the veteran aspect of it, but you can't get your head out of your ass to realize that if anyone has been able to help you, dude, I've been right here and I've been willing to work with you, but you so caught up in your ego. You get so caught up because you don't realize it.
Okay, pause, please.
Okay, I'm pausing.
What if what you said is partially true? You most certainly can help me. You most certainly have the talent. But what if it's your ego? See, I've been studying mine. I've been studying psychology, the patterns of mind and emotion. You don't actually know what it means to live without fear. You project your insecurities onto me. And I've been trying to get you to stop that.
But I can be criticized. You can't. I can we can work together. I can move on. You can't.
Dude, you think I've not been criticized? Fuck you, Landry. Seriously.
I'm not saying you have not been criticized. Everyone's been criticized. What I'm saying, no, I said I can handle it, and I can still move forward because you can call me names, you can criticize me, and I'm more than willing to focus on the project. I ask you a question about your ego, and you can't even move on.
Landry, that's you. You're not willing to look at solutions.
I look at solutions every day. I was trying to work those out with you, but you told me that I was too worried about the financial incentive and that you wanted to hang out with billionaires.
And right here and now, instead of paying attention and trying to communicate, you're taking us back to your memories again. Fucking victim, playing victim.
Nope,
Not
not a
be the
victim.
victim with me.
Not a victim.
That's exactly what you're doing.
Just clearing the record. Nope, that's just a
what-
buzzword.
Right, that's what victims say, right? Why do you feel the record has to be corrected by you?
Because
Again.
I paid for it.
Huh?
I paid for it.
Why do you object to the record being corrected by him if you don't, right? Why do you
He's actually the one who's created the false record. I'm being held responsible for his doubts, his opinions,
It's not opinion.
and oh,
I'm
right.
talking about the facts, too. We can talk about facts here.
No, the facts are you're a confused young man.
It's not a fact.
Outsmarted
That's an
yourself.
opinion. You know what? That's the best move, right? I should make young man merch.
You've outsmarted yourself, and the evidence is clear.
I don't even know what that means. It's not even a sentence.
Right? No, it is a sentence.
I can't believe
Just
I have.
speak clearly. Like communicate with specific
Landry,
intentions.
I'm speaking with simple words. I've continued to speak with simple words with you.
See, and Dig, you're. It is funny though too, because you love it. You love the role play aspect of it, huh?
Okay. I am also available for
Dig, are
you.
you on Telegram? How does what's his name share the thing with you privately?
To ask me any question.
Does anyone like the mumbling voice of Landry? The sneaky voice of Landry? Does anyone like this creature? I apologize for my voice today. I don't know why I just woke up this way where Landry says he's not crass, he's not crude. There he is in his chat room saying, I bet you would let him give you his salami. He's talking about dicks, salamis all the time. But he denies that. He'll say, oh, I'm not crude like King Stephen. I don't talk the way he does. He talks about phone sex with people in his chat, his viewers. He's crude. He's classless. He's crass. He's rude. And he thinks rude is just, oh, I don't say the F word. I don't say fuck. So if I don't cuss, as he calls it, if I don't cuss, then I'm not rude. I'm classy. He's not classy, though. He lies about himself. His self-image is false. His self-awareness is almost non-existent. He's just a cockroach. That's what he is. He's a sleazy douchebag. And he behaves the way he looks. He looks that way, and he is that way. And that's what I want people to understand. I want you to look at him, go, yeah, he looks like a sleazy cockroach, and he also behaves that way. It matches up. It truly matches up. Comb over Landry, it matches up his behavior. So does Dusty's behavior. Look at the way he fucking behaves. He puts a mask on, because he does wear a mask. He's a narcissist wearing a mask. It fits.
When you identify what is confusing for you,
Questions.
what is
Elect-
confusing for you?
Do you really think that you can say that you are able to answer questions whenever I come to you with
Yes.
questions and you don't like the questions that I pick? No, I see, and you know, you're pro. I was listening to Yurt. He is so good. I'm glad you like him. And y'all, you know, I thought we had a good talk. He's very earthy. That's for
Landry,
the person. I don't know if I could gauge Dick as well as I thought I could initially.
again, you're trying to argue instead of understand. Are you with
Okay,
me?
I don't want to argue. Sorry. Hold on. Let me understand. I'll take a step back. Hold on. All right.
Landry's an overconfident loser. He's timid in a way. In another way, he's becoming cocky. He's two-faced. He has this belief that he can gauge people and that he's analytical, but he's low IQ because he's always wrong. I haven't seen him gauge someone accurately yet in the whole Panelverse. That includes him being unable to gauge Jack Talcott, Taylor, Dusty, the guy on the screen, Paul the Slave, anyone in his chat room. He can't gauge me. He's always wrong. But he's got that false confidence now, his ego confidence. And it's just so fucking annoying to be around creatures like that. It just is. Even if he looked different and didn't, if he didn't mumble the way that he does and didn't come across in his sleazy way with his green screen and all the things that he does and is annoying to me. All of it. His looks, his voice, his mumbling, his conniving, all of it. His false confidence, his belief that he has everyone figured out and he doesn't, and then he'll say, I didn't have them figured out. He'll go back on it, and then he'll pat himself on the back and give himself credit and say, at least I admit I was wrong, and he just keeps doing it. He just keeps making these false judgments, false assumptions, constantly, and it's just annoying. It's beyond annoying, though. He's a douchebag. He's a douche. He's a douche. He's a creepy creature.
What do you want me to try to understand the hardest?
Landry, the reason we have been unable to work together is because you placed faith in doubts, not in me. And you don't have to have full faith in me, but you have to, if we're going to work together, you have to believe that what I'm pursuing is worthy of our time and attention. You chose the Panelverse as more important. That's what I saw.
I've chosen it just as much as you have.
Landry, no, there's a difference. You're boring. You're really producing nothing of value that I've seen. Very little. You did have a good guy on for an interview.
What, you know what's funny though is he doesn't watch me, right? And I've never said that I was entertaining, but at least that I can sit here and say that I have self-awareness enough to know that I'm not the cream of the crop. But you, Jack, you think you're the bee's knees.
And that guy was great. And then you pulled the damn stream off.
What have you ever done?
So Landry's 28 years old. He looks like he's about 48 years old. Easily, if not 58 years old. How does someone 28 look like that? And then he'll lie and say, I had a hard life. What was hard about your life? What's been hard about your life, Landry?
Entertaining, but at least that I can sit here and say that I have self-awareness enough to know that I'm not the cream of the crop. But you, Jack, you think you're the bee's knees.
The Sanity Machine channel is the cream of the crop. So this is what he does. He's passive aggressive. He'll use expressions like that and he'll pretend, oh, I don't watch his channel. Yeah, you watch my channel all the time. Whenever I'm live, you're lurking. You're a loser and you're a coward and you can't have a 5 or 10 minute conversation with me. You'll pay money to speak to Talcott, but you're afraid to speak to me. You're afraid, douchebag.
And that guy was great.
Here's the thing, and I want this to, okay, so I do want to go over this, and I hate to be the guy reacting to the guy and doing all that shit, but this is important because this is about Snafu. And Snafu's,
I wouldn't really want to pick a fight. You know what I'm saying?
Snafu, get up here. Snafu's losing his mind.
Snafu, kind of the nature of our lives. We're the only person we can't get away from.
Unless
Breakfast Tacos told him to do that, but and you can't even move on.
Landry, that's you. You're not
What's
willing
me?
to look at solutions.
I look at solutions every day. I was trying to work those out with you, but you told me that I was too worried about the financial incentive and that you wanted to hang out with billionaires.
And right here and now, instead of paying attention and trying to communicate, you're taking us back to your memories again. Fucking victim, playing victim.
Nope, not a victim.
With me.
Not a victim.
That's exactly what you're doing.
Just clearing the record. People act like the word victim is a magic word. They can just say it and then it just tab. There we go.
Not away yet, and I haven't tried very hard, but I do intend to speak to my own.
dude, that's Jack in rare form right there. Look at him with that beard and everything.
He can make a lot of
him at his best.
I don't know. I sent I included one officer on one email, but no, I've not.
Gonna throw you out.
No, but that'll fail again. And these.
What do you think? Is that a winner? Sorry, I've seen winners on here before.
No, Mr. Beans is actually. I'm breaking.
Okay.
I'm going past.
Yeah, I liked when Queen
Beans is,
Stephanie had that avatar. That was hilarious.
I know, dude. That's what I'm saying. And then he won me over, and then he spent a lot of time. We talked, and then I don't know what happened. Well, I mean, I didn't know what happened.
I know what
Prettiest
happened.
lady in all the land.
Yes. So what happened is that Pussy Paul can dish it up, but he can't take it, and you notice that.
Best podcast ever. It's never been my intention. I didn't think it was your intention. I thought your intention was to do something more.
Landry, right.
Was it not? Did we freeze or is?
I'm just waiting. Looks like he's watching a tennis match. Yes, it was last night. Say it offline. He won't come here to say it. So I don't know what else he wants to do. He's just.
Here's the thing. We know for sure he's gonna come and watch this either through Snafu's little thing, or he's just gonna watch it later. So we don't.
Yeah, and it's the thing, dude. I feel like I could do a 10-hour roast on Talcott at this point.
A liar.
Which part? What's the lie?
What you just said about me. Fuck you, Landry.
That's how he perceived it.
That's not how he said it.
I know.
He's lied. He's lied too. I mean, but here's the thing.
He stated his opinion as a statement of fact, just like you did when you said that he lied. So
yeah.
Chance. I was even serious about investing financially with you.
Mm-hmm.
But what you showed me is you're unwilling to trust me, and you're unwilling to think for yourself. So since you don't want to understand
I'm unwilling to think for myself.
Yes.
How so? Because I won't do what or I'm at least honest when I make a mistake and my mind changes.
No, I mean with me, you're not. You want to be spoon fed. You want to be babysat. That's what I got.
How is that true?
Well, because I gave you a bunch of different suggestions of what I wanted.
I know, and then I told you if you want to move forward, we have to discuss your end of the bar. The reason why we reconnected, and you told me because I said, "Hey, we can just get along and just do our own thing." But you said no.
Right, Landry.
Talking about me, they love thinking about me. They love. They probably jerk off to me, to be honest. But I love it. It's a Tommy regular.
So he talks about not being gross, not being crass, not being rude. And this is the way he speaks. Landry's fucking really gross. He's a real douche.
Looping the same horseshit for multiple years. It's a clear and obvious difference to me.
Yeah, and so this BRB is it's funny. It's my new biggest fan. Been here probably the entire hour and 58 minutes, about 2 hours they've been here, and they love talking about me. They love thinking about me. They love they probably jerk off to me, to be honest. But I love it. It's a Tommy regular, but I think it's an alt, right? It's probably some other name too. BRB. It's a very, very interesting name. Brib. Tommy's doing something different is the claim, right? Tommy's doing something different because he's homeless. So that's okay. Oh, Brenda Debates is here. Aren't you friends with her?
Yes, I know her.
And what's in it for me? Loyalty, Jack. And results. Harsh.
Because I don't waste as much time on this person said this, this person said that. I don't waste as much time on that. If you hadn't noticed.
Yes, you do.
Oh my God.
You waste a lot of time on that.
Well, you're right. Unfortunately, that is the past. I'm breaking it. Hello. Have you ever thought of what it would look like to break the pattern, to break out? How could that be a
pattern for 3 weeks?
Huh?
I've only been in the pattern for 3 weeks.
And yet you claimed to just mastered it all.
No, I'm not mastering that pattern. I'm doing it differently than that pattern.
Oh my God. All right. Whatever story you want to tell yourself, Landry.
It's true. I mean, I'm telling you.
It is true. Whatever story you want to tell yourself is true to you.
I mean, there's a ton of just, this is one of the shout out to Jeeps. If we think that he's a peaceful, loving man, I'm not sure I can really, I guess, see that, but
Well, I have discernment.
So fuck off with the children.
Oh my God, you're so fucking dramatic. You bitch. Golly jeez. Hey, let me address something, Mr. King of the group. Figured everything out. The master of all things. You're a fucking fool.
So what does your discernment say?
That he's honest about trying to preach his gospel of love.
So do you actually do you really believe that, or are you just trolling?
Yeah, I really believe that.
What's
right.
the evidence?
Do you think? Well, that would be evidence the video just showed, because it seemed to me like you were having a personal.
Yes, I am to interact with me.
Because I still run your life.
And I'm jealous of you and all the rest of this
Is
crap.
Landry allowed to be friends with both of us, Paul?
This is you and all the other bitches online, like you and Landry, wearing earrings and hanging with other beta males and saying you're friends online.
Does Landry ever wash his hair? Does he ever put his teeth away? His mouth is always open. Is he a mouth breather? Look at this. Why are his teeth always out? Does he ever brush his teeth, wash his face? He just looks dirty. He's hunched over. He's always hunched over like a fucking weird hunchback creature. You should show your place. It's filthy. It's dirty. It's a hoarder's house. It looks gross. He calls it a condo. It looks like a gross fucking hood rat's ghetto place. Look at his teeth. Everything about him is disgusting. Disgusting.